Huh, nothing. Why? Now there's... This'll be fun.
Yes? Hello? Very funny.
Oh, man. I must definitely do that again right away.
What? Rufus? Was that you? Rufus! Blasted idiot. Next time, I'll toss him overboard.
It gets funnier every time. Once again with feeling.
What?
Why don't you just cut off the bell?
Because I am planning to cut something entirely different off of the immature idiot.
That's not a bad idea either.
Ow.
Oh, okay, so... Oops.
Yep, that's the perfect subject for a wax impression. Or a larger-than-life statue at the entrance to the harbor. That impression, no wonder, with such a... That idea's not... Time for my stunt double, Ray Coulson. An attractive fellow, although not quite as attractive as the original. Now there's no room for me. Hey, bozo!
Hey, Rufus, what's up?
Can you please help me lower the dummy?
Sure.
Do you think they're taking the bait?
It's worth a try. Those critters really appear to hate you.
Yes, but why?
It might have something to do with the fact that you transformed their children into canned fish.
But that's not true.
Oh, I see. You merely helped them jump into the kitchen, where all of a sudden a few cans of tuna appeared, right?
Perhaps Janosch's mom had to make a little room on her shelf for the aquarium.
For the aquarium.
Exactly, because I would never...
Wow.
Whoa!
No matter what you did, they are really pissed off.
Are you ready for another dive?
All right. It's your neck.
Left in the lurch, on the verge of the perch, the search for the submerge was brought to a halt. They stopped Donna Goldspins with torpedo dolphins, and finally Hope Glimpse I cannot exalt. How extendingly aced he was dragged to the base. Now the bell for the last round was about to chime. The showdown was imminent, and if not, I apprehend the chorus guys will have to work overtime.
Rufus, just where have you been?
I was forced to submerge for a while.
You picked a great time for that. While you were out snorkeling, we were kidnapped by Donna Goal in a surprise attack.
I can't leave you alone, not even for a moment.
She took Goal with her, as well as the remotes and the cartridges.
Nonsense. I've got them right here. Oh crap. There must be a hole in my coat. I keep losing stuff.
This time you lost more than usual. Cletus was here. He took both Goals with him. They're planning to travel to Portofisco in Argus's cruiser.
Argus is here too?
Well, his cruiser is moored alongside that blast tower over there.
Criminy! The blast tower! The rebel attack has already started.
But that's suicide.
You're right. They're completely lost without me.
Oh, Rufus, you really don't know when it's time to give up.
Of course I know that. And it starts with N, right?
We already have had a small lecture on Deponia's wildlife at some point in this commentary, but here we go again with a couple more animals.
Why does
Quite a lot of
working
fish.
overtime has so many negative
Maybe some crowds or
connotations?
And here we have a Deponia
Like
frog.
everyone's ever always like, I don't want to work overtime.
Find out yourself.
Cause of what?
I'll give away some more
Nobody
of that
likes
story in the
working.
next stream. Apart from that, ancient
Yeah, I
on
suppose.
this. Maybe the fact that this whole subchapter wasn't part of the original concept. Oh, I keep saying that, don't I? What else? What else? What else? This screen was among the last ever created. And this is too exciting anyway. You probably just want to game on instead of listening to my ranting, especially if there's not much to rant about. And I go on and on and on. Pokey, what are you doing all that while you're on the edge of your seats? What happens next? Oh my god, can Rufus save the day? Will he and Cole get together at last? And I keep babbling without explaining anything relevant whatsoever. To add insult to injury, you have to listen to it. How horrible. I should have long stopped talking at this point. That would have been infinitely better. Why am I doing this? I poison developers' commentaries for you forever if I go on like that. Really atrocious. Well, you may continue playing now. Go on. Play. Have fun. Stop listening to me. Go on.
Transporters.
What's the situation, Doc?
Still hope.
Fantastic. At least then none of them can escape me. Can you tell what's going on over there?
I think the rebels have started to storm the tower.
Now I see it too. The tower is already shaking a lot. And I see a swarm of trained fireflies.
Rufus, why don't you sit down for a moment? You've been on your feet for a long time.
No worries, Doc. I feel Becky Mecky Sucky Shucky Decky. What are those strange cabins over there?
Looks like Organon technology. Probably decommissioned goods transporters from the blast tower.
Goods transporters from the blast tower.
I hope you aren't thinking about using them. That would be utter madness. One little mistake, and you'll wind up as a cloud of molecules. At best, your genes will end up mixed with the vermin that have nested in there.
Cool.
Listen to me, just this once. Using them would be the absolutely stupidest thing you could do.
Exactly. Nobody would be expecting it.
Unless they know you.
Are you familiar with these matter transporters?
I hope you aren't thinking about using them.
Why?
That would be utter one little mistake.
So,
one
Skip all that.
Where's Bozo?
down in the cockpit. He's trying to restart the generator, but the current collectors are empty. We'll probably be stuck here for a couple of hours yet.
That's too long.
You could help him by holding the lamp. It's too narrow down there for me.
I don't know. Rufus, Rufus, heroically held the lamp. No, that won't work. I'll find another way. I'm gonna try something.
I would say don't do any. But since you're not listening to me even now, I'll just say, I hate you. I hate you from the bottom of my soul.
Thanks, Doc. Good luck to you, too.
And yet you keep clicking these things. I tip my hat, well done. But as promised, I'll tell you something related to Ponia's wildlife. You probably figured out by now that this weird pod is a decommissioned organ matter transporter thingy. And now Rufus, against all of Doc's advice, uses it to get inside the Organon Tower. Of course, this results in the Fly-esque gene splice, corresponding with a combination puzzle. Another puzzle that took some time to get it out of its concept phase. We just kept telling ourselves, yeah, it's gonna be funny, we come up with something good eventually, and in the end, things worked just fine, and we didn't even have to lift a finger. We only had a skeleton idea, wrote that down, watched what happened, we do this or that, and surprisingly enough, we solved it just fine. There was a puzzle. Awesome. Speaking of awesome, it's really great how Rufus just shrugs off all the risks connected to a decommissioned teleporter. He just doesn't think as far as that. His total disregard for doubt, fear, or his own health, saying, oh well, the gene splice. I just walk it off. Can't be that hard to reverse. Enjoy trying.
Ow! Ooh! Here's a hatch. I mean... Oh! Genetic fusion is irreversible! You gotta be kidding me. Ha ha! Without the loving care, it's their own fault. Well, how are things at the front?
Rufus, at last! Grab a weapon and help us! We are hopelessly outnumbered.
No. If I get involved, I'll just expose your incompetence.
But
You can do it. And I'm not saying that because there is any hope, but to motivate you. That's what you call leadership. Well, how...
we are
You can... Well, how...
We are...
You can... Without the loving care of their wise leader, those fools don't stand a chance. It's their own fault. Get out. Now! Why didn't I pack my animal trainer hat?